It's cursed. Bit dramatic, James. I am not dramatic. No sooner does the Fat Controller find a shunter for the big station than they're shipped off to some Branchline never to be seen again. This again? You big engines can't handle shunting your own trains after all this time? We're not meant to. Picture a great big thing like Murdoch trying to shunt. He'd topple over in the sidings before he could even couple to a truck. Well, me, you're right. You wouldn't have trouble though, James. You do it all the time. Whether I can or not, it's not my job. Mind you, I'd rather the Fat Controller ship this new shunter to a branch. He's a new shunter, which is exactly what you've been whining for. Maybe this curse is broken at last. You mark my words, Rosie. He won't be the one to break it. He was Dennis. The Fat Controller had purchased him to keep things running smoothly at the big station. It soon became apparent that Dennis wasn't going to be running anywhere fast. The diesel's laziness knew no bounds. He'd roll from the sheds to the sidings, perhaps push a few trucks into their proper places, then promptly fall asleep. Dennis's driver did his best, but nothing he tried would make the diesel work. Oh. Rosie was oblivious to it all. Day in and day out, she kept busy scuttling about the coal yards. She shunted the trucks expertly, and they gave her no trouble. In spite of this, she grew bored of the same old, and the thickening coat of coal dust masking her pink paint. One morning, Rosie arrived at the big station, having worked through the night. She was eager to park her trucks and have a rest, but she wouldn't be so lucky. What's happened here? Dunno. Oh, thank goodness. You must be the yard shunter. Oh, please, help me make some room for my trucks. Can't. Why? Sleeping. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Sleeping? I don't know how you can be with the yard so unkept. Quite easily. You should try it yourself sometime. I'd like to, but there's nowhere for me to leave my trucks. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a free siding right next to you. You just have to move the trucks that are in it now. Problem solved. Oh yes, brilliant idea, only there's nowhere to put those ones either. Coaches, hello? Good grief. Now this is a surprise. Well, thanks for bringing me my coaches, Rosie. Thank the new shunter. He let me have the honour. That Dennis, he hasn't changed a bit. Poor Richard thought he'd gotten through to him. Well, I hope someone does. James might be onto something with his curse. He's got to be the strangest choice and shunter for a station this busy. The laziest, yes, but not the strangest. What do you mean? Well... Back in the early days of our railway, Thomas did most of the shunting at the big station. However, there was a black tank engine that was loaned from another railway. We all tried to say hello, but it was silent, save for the occasional whistle. We'd see it shuffling around the sidings, keeping everything orderly. It certainly got on Thomas's nerves. Dare I say, it made him shape up. Strange and silent as it was, Sir Topham Hatt was impressed with its work and hoped to purchase it. Its railway refused.